First impressions of the Xiaomi Miles Max. This is a big ass phone. I can't recall ever using a smartphone larger than the Xiaomi Miles Max. The Samsung Galaxy Mega 6.3 is the closest I've ever come, and the Miles Max is over a tenth of an inch larger on the display diagonal than even that phone. While it's not the largest smartphone ever, the Xiaomi Miles Max is certainly in the upper echelons of size in the taxonomic order smartphone use, dwarfing 5 devices we once called large just 4 or 5 years ago. The Miles Max, then, is meant for quite a specific subset of the market, people who want a goddamn huge smartphone. And huge the Miles Max is, it barely fits in my jean pockets, and using it one-handed is a balancing act. But getting into a smartphone of this size, you should probably expect that from the beginning. Big phone is big, shocker, I know. Here are 2 photos, one of me holding the Miles Max, one of me holding a Galaxy S7, from basically equivalent distances. The size difference is borderline comedic. Xiaomi sent along a Chinese version of the phone for me to try out, and while it lacks Google's app suite out of the box, I did manage to sideload the necessary bits to get things into a semblance of working. This post is more about the curiosity of Xiaomi phones than it is a sweeping assessment of this product as a whole, as it doesn't support US LTE bands, GSM sync doesn't really work right on it, and Play services crashes once a day or so. Evaluating that experience wouldn't be fair to Xiaomi, especially considering they probably plan to release a fully Google service-enabled version of the Miles Max in India at some point. So, what's special about Xiaomi's phones? Is there some intangible magic that's difficult to pin down in the context of the review, some sort of special sauce that only Xiaomi can provide? And I think the answer to that is a firm no. Not for traditional Android device users, at least. Xiaomi has recently seen an aura of mystery and specialness surround the company in Western media coverage, as though their phones are so significantly different that they simply have to be experienced to be believed, and I think that's a dramatization created by the larger tech media just not really understanding why these devices are so popular in China. And reasonable the Miles Max is. The 64GB variant iWatch provided sells for the equivalent of $260 US in China, $16.99 RMB, packs the new Snapdragon 652, 3GB of RAM, a 6.4 1080p LCD display, 16MP rear camera, LTE, dual SIMs, and a massive 4850 mAh battery. This phone is an all-day battery life super screen-sized monster. For the person absolutely glued to their smartphone all day every day, this phone is the equivalent of a bargain bin Super Duty pickup truck. And that's extremely cool. As such, between the specifications and the price, it is easy to overlook the fact that MIUI is one of the most abhorrent bastardizations of Android currently shipping. Yes, worse than Huawei's MIUI. The build quality is nothing to write home about, and the screen isn't very good in the sun. The battery lasts ages, it isn't slow, it has tons of storage, a big screen without a pricey 2K panel, and it's super affordable. This is the phone some enthusiasts have been begging for 4 years. MIUI has most of the draconian notification access issues that the MIUI does, and then some. Settings are randomly nested away in areas where they can be difficult to reach, the notification area is a complete mess, and the capacitive navigation keys are backward. I really don't like MIUI, and MIUI 8 probably won't do much to change my opinion. This is a very, very specific take on Android, and if it's not your cup of tea now, I doubt it will ever be. But the Miles Max isn't about software, it's about hardware bang for your buck, and the phone unashamedly provides. The battery lasts ages. I'm easily getting 7 to 8 hours screen on with mixed Wi-Fi and mobile data 3G. Even on high brightness and with no power saving, the screen is a huge canvas that's great for gaming and watching video, and the rear camera gets the job done. For the money, this phone is absolutely everything a $260 supersized smartphone should be, and in some respects, even more. It's a brute force instrument, designed to do a few things exceptionally well, but above all else, to do them inexpensively.